So just a quick background. The topic of today is proteins rule the world. And just a little background of Key Partners Capital. We started 7 years ago investing in top players in sectors we identify. So the first sector we started with was consumer tech. So we are an investor in Spotify and Airbnb. Then we shifted to the fintech space and are investor in Revolut. And some people, you may also heard of the company called Nubank that went public last year. And then after this, we shifted to the food tech space. So we were and are still investor in Perfect Day and also Beyond Meat. So what does it have to do with sustainability? For us, 4 years ago, investing in these companies was kind of a mind-blowing and shift in our sectors to sustainability. But if you ask the question, how does actually technology help in order to fight climate change and foster sustainability, you ask yourself, what did technology do in the last decade? So there's one question, how we approach this question is, how? How did you consume products? So it's a question about increasing convenience. How did you order your cab with Uber? How did you read your book? How did you book your hotel via Airbnb? How do you listen to music? That's all technology increasing the convenience. If you look at the next decade, what will change or what technology will change is not the how, but the what, the underlying. So we will change what we eat, what we drink, what we wear, what we drive. And that's what a company, I'm so glad to have you here today, Catherine. A company, Modern Meadow, started not only thinking about this shift now, but starting already thinking about it 10 years ago. So that's why I'm so glad to have here Catherine Roggero-Lovisi, the CEO of Modern Meadow, starting, believe it, 10 years ago with this topic and changing the underlying proteins. So, Catherine, I'm so welcome. I'm happy to have you and welcome you here.
Thank you.
First time here on stage at NOAH, coming from New York. And, you are the CEO of Modern Meadow. You already attracted the top investors, the Temasek, Li Ka-shing Foundation, Horizon Ventures. You also have Iconic Capital. You have also industry expert like Evonik Ventures.
Yes.
And you just also closed your Series D and already raised several millions. I'm really happy to have you here. So, Catherine, let's talk about proteins. So what does Modern Meadow, where are you coming from, and what does it have to do with proteins?
So I think that protein sounds daunting, but thank you. First of all, thank you, Inga, and thank you for doubling down because you were part of our first round in Series D. So very happy to be here. Modern Meadow indeed has been existed for the past 10 years. We are now what we call a catalyst for change. Why? Because our objective is to move away from any animal input and any petrochemical input. So we know this is not easy, but like you, we believe that biology is technology. And this is how we approach the problem. What we are is really a protein application expert. But what is important is how we do it before what we do, as you said. And what I think is unique with Modern Meadow is that we tackle innovation in a particular way. Most solutions to our climate situation exist. But the fundamental problem is that they are not scalable. At Modern Meadow, what we do is we understand that high performance is a non-negotiable, that sustainability is the new non-negotiable, and that scalability is how we're going to have real-world impact. Without scalability, nothing is possible. So you will say, well, duh, this is the way everybody should think about it. As we are an R&D platform, this is the premise for all our innovation. Which means that while we are protein expert, we understand application, we understand material science, and we also understand the industries which exist today. Which means that when we develop a technology, we integrate the equipment and the know-how in the different industries that we want to tackle. So that our partners that are bringing this technology through their product don't have to reinvest in equipment and in people. We believe that inputs that are readily available and easy to access are the solution to have a fast real-world impact. So what is our expertise? I mean, a lot of pretty picture and a lot of words. Basically, we do two things. We are expert in protein engineering and fermentation, but we also use plant-based protein, so nothing coming from animal. The second is we know what to do with it. Fundamentally, we know how to combine protein with polymer. Protein are the building block of life. You have protein in everything and everything you use, wear, or eat. We know what to do with it. So once we have defined a problem, because we start with the problem, we engineer or we select the plant-based protein, which we modify. We use existing infrastructure to produce that, so fermentation or else purification. And then we mix it with a polymer to provide a solution. And then we go to partner. Basically, we have invented a new Lego system with biology. And now that we have the Lego, we keep on doing recombination so that we play again and again and again for more solution. So you will see from Meadow a lot of different industry and a lot of different solutions. And you're going to say, how can you do that without getting confused and cumbersome and it's so complicated and what the hell are you doing, basically? Well, let me reassure you, we are not doing any pedicure and manicure anytime soon, but what we're doing is we're tackling different vertical with the same Lego system.
Yep.
So what do we do, you're going to ask?
Yeah, so what do we do? And if we talk about replacing animals and petrochemicals, so is there a product, you know, what do you do with the proteins, combining, obviously, but also synthesizing, tuning the proteins? Do you already have real-world impact in the space and have applications for your technology?
So actually we do. And actually the first pictures that you saw are product where we basically contributed to their performance and sustainability. So where are we? So first we are what the industry call vegan leather. Why? Because first, no animal input, of course, but we provide the material, abrasion resistant, color fastnet, colored range, et cetera, et cetera. That's the power of protein. And therefore, we reduce massively the petrochemical input, and we don't use virgin petrochemical. But you will say, only vegan leather? No, I'm going to tell you, we also have what we call breathable material. So the raincoat that you see here is a material that not only protects you against the wind and the rain, but also allows your body to perspire or to breathe. And this is the material that we are producing as well. Why do you think it's important? Because today those materials use a tremendous amount of chemical that will be banned within the next few years. So again, no animal input, less petrochemical, and chemicals that are not harmful.
Yep.
You will see this beautiful pink, beautiful color, dyeing process. The dyeing process of textile today is probably the most problematic process in the fashion industry. We have, through our protein, the ability to inject ourselves in the industrial process and reduce the process from 15 to 2 hours. We can do dyeability with less than 10% of the water that is needed today, less than 30% of the energy that is needed today. And we can do that with any type of textile, may it be natural, synthetic, or blend. Which means that not only do we give the same performance of synthetic to natural fiber, but we do it better and more ecologically.
Very, very impressive, Catherine, yeah. But obviously, you know, so many topics here about, you know, you see the automotive sector, you see the fashion sector. Is it also going beyond? Does it go beyond this sector as well, or
yes,
what
because
is your vision
again,
then?
protein is a building block of life. So there is obviously the next generation is beauty and health. And what do we have? Basically, we have now developed what we call biocollagen, which is the collagen of youth, if you want. Collagen 3 is what allows every one of us to look fabulous in the morning.
Yeah, and also just to quickly interrupt, 35% of all of your skin is collagen, for those who are not an expert in collagen yet.
Yes, and collagen 3 is the most important one if you want to look like 20-year-old, or actually if you have a wound and you need to heal is collagen 3 that you need. So what we have done is we have recreated a human-like collagen 3. It's a fermentation base, so all natural, no animal input if you want. It is safe, it is biocompatible, and it's stimulatory, which means that not only does it replenish your skin with the collagen 3 that you need, but it teaches your body to kickstart it again. And this is why also we believe that we can go into the biomed field. Why? Because the collagen 3 is what is important, obviously, on things like dermoaesthetic, but this is also what you need in joint, therapeutic, inflammation, wound healing.
Yep.
Think about all those different applications with, again, one protein, which is collagen.
Very, very interesting, Catherine. Then was just one last question. Where do you see the industry heading in the next 5 years? So for those here to see about and learning about proteins and combining technology with biology.
Well, this is a bit what we are, right? We are powering products with performance and sustainability. So it is important for us to identify what's going to happen in the next 2 to 5 years. What is clear is that there is tremendous pressure, and every one of us here don't have to wait for it because we believe in it, is there's going to be tremendous pressure on a regulatory standpoint and on a consumer standpoint on all the different industry. One, because certain countries and brands have made commitment to reduce their carbon footprint and their water consumption, but also because resources are going to become more and more problematic to obtain and expensive to buy. So what we believe is that we need to move away from, again, the old industry. Today we are providing bio-replacement, but we need to go into a journey where we go to bio-better and bio-best, which means that, again, using biology as a technology, we provide solutions that are providing higher performance at the ultimate sustainability level.
Thank you, Catherine. I think we're running out of time, so this is it from us here. Believers in proteins, and we hope we could excite you also about the future of combining technology and biology. Catherine, thank you so much.
Thank you, Inga.
And we are also very excited to be part of your journey.
Thank you.
Thank you.